Got a lot of beans I want to can. I'm doing some rabbit meat and it didn't fill up the canner, so we're gonna fill it with beans because it's the same time. We really like to just open up cans of beans and make like a really quick pot of chili. They're also very handy for throwing some beans into like taco meats to help stretch a pound of beef or a pound of deer meat, whatever. I'm gonna do some Great Northern beans. So they're the same, half cup. I'm gonna do some quart jars with beans because whenever we do like chili or whenever we're doing tacos, we usually use like 3 to 4 cans of beans depending on how many people are eating. So the source that I follow for canning beans says that black beans, you can put more in a jar. So they said 3/4 of a cup for pints, or you can do 1.5 cups in a quart jar. So that's what we're gonna do. I rinsed my beans, I sorted through, rinsed, and then I filled my jars up to 1-inch headspace with water. And I usually put a little bit of salt in them. I think I'm gonna put a beef bouillon cube in each one and see how that tastes. Especially since we're gonna use these for doing like tacos and things. See, I have like a ton of these. There's no wet flour sack towel. Okay. All right, we're gonna go put these in the canner with the rabbit. Cold jars, cold food, cold canner. We're gonna put our pressure canner lid on. Since it's cold, I don't want my jars to bust. So I'm going to kind of bring the temp up a little bit slower. I have both canners running today. We're going to fill the small Presto. Another lid. So our pots have slowly gotten warm and I've turned the heat all the way up now. So now I'm just waiting on it to start venting. Do you hear that? If the pots are rocking, don't come a knocking. Okay, so you're watching whenever it says that it's going to vent, you're watching for steam to start coming out. You want a steady stream of steam to come out for about 10 minutes. It's just now getting started. You can see the steam coming up. So I'm going to give it just a minute to get a nice steady stream going, and then I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes. Right, we've been venting for 10 minutes, so now we're going to put the weight on, and we're going to watch it, let it come to pressure. My elevation and area, I need to pressure can at 11 pounds. So we are up to pressure. I'm going to let it go over just a smidge and start timing. Our quarts have to process at pressure for 90 minutes. The pints, 75 minutes once they get to pressure. The small pot is done. I just turned off the heat and I'm gonna let it just calm down on the stove. Our big pot is also done on time. So I'm gonna turn it off. I'm just gonna let it sit here and mellow out. We are at 0 pressure and the little thing dropped down. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off, both of them. Since the little thing has already dropped, I'm also going to go ahead and just open the lid up a little bit to finish it off. Twist it. I'm just going to leave it sitting, and then I'll come back and take the lid off to the side. I'm sitting here relaxing. You always want to have a nice thick towel down whenever you're pulling them out, because if you put those hot jars on the counter and it's cold, you can shock your jars and they will bust. I'm not gonna lie, this part always kind of stresses me out. I'm always scared Not like they're gonna bust on me, and that would be awful. Black beans, potatoes, black beans. Now we just have to let these sit for 24 hours. Then we can take the rings off, wash them up, and store them.